Yo, what is going on today, guys? It is Sam, better known as Samito, coming back at you guys on the Raid channel where I'm going to be teaching you guys the secret to dealing with Ice Golem's Peak. Probably the trickiest dungeon in Raid, I would say. I mean, look, I think Sand Devil is very hard. Like, you need a lot of... Sand Devil's tough. I'd say Sand Devil and Ice Golem are the two toughest dungeons out there in terms of how to figure out, right? Like, Ice Golem, like, it's tricky, but... Or sorry, Iron Twins are tricky, but something about Ice Golem's Peak, man, always catches people off guard. Even in the end game, this is the boss that can really catch you out because of a couple mechanics, guys. However, if you're a newer player looking to get into the game, my code down below is actually going to give you an amazing champion to deal with Ice Golem. So check the description down below. Code Desert Queen for Hutuhanarok, who brings almost everything you need for Ice Golem normal and hard. Also start out with Elenaril and 3 very good epics of increments of 10 levels. Tagoar, Deacon Armstrong, and Vergis. Every bit of info you need for that is down in the description, so check that out. But let's talk about this, okay? There's a couple different options for Ice Golem, okay? For both hard mode as well as normal. Now, I'm not going to show you guys my brute force team because while it is a flex, I'll show you at the end, okay? It is a flex. It's just not going to be a realistic option for 99% of players in the game. But let me break down this mechanic real quick. This is the specific mechanic that you have to understand if you are stuck on this boss. So it's not even his A1, not even his A2, not even his not even this passive, okay? It's this right here in both normal and hard. Frozen Reckoning attacks all enemies one time whenever Crisis, tainted or not, which is hard or normal, HP drops below 80, 60, 45, 30, and 15. This attack will revive any dead allies to 100%. But here's why it's so nasty. This attack will revive any dead allies, this attack will ignore 50% of each enemy's defense for each alive ally, and then is a 20 plus 40% for each alive ally chance of freezing. So if his minions are both alive, it's a guaranteed freeze and 100% ignore defense, okay? That is why it is so tough. If the minions are alive, you are cooked. Doesn't matter what you do, right? And then he revives them each time he nukes you. So you need some control and pacing. And on auto teams, that can be very, very hard. But there's a couple ways that are very accessible that you can deal with that. The best accessible option, in my opinion, is undoubtedly going to be Fenax. It's going to be Fenax right here, man. Going to be Fenax right here because his A1 blocks revive. If you block revive the minions, okay, then they can't come back, permanently neutering his ignore defense, meaning your beefier rezzers, which you should 100% bring a beefier rezzer, ideally with some form of block debuffs or a cleanse like Hutuhanarok from my starter code down below. An amazing Void champion that also is going to bring the other two essential things: decrease attack and increase defense. Increasing your defense and decreasing this boss's attack makes it so much more manageable and so much more likely that you're going to live, especially on normal mode, guys. And like, don't feel pressure to get into hard mode if you're not ready for it. In normal mode, he doesn't self-cleanse. So in hard mode, if you want to read his hard mode ability here, this cleanses him, debilitating frost, meaning you'll have to put it up like way more consistently. But in normal mode, if you want to look at normal mode here, where am I going? Here we go. You want to look at normal mode and look at the description on like hard or normal 25, which I haven't done with this team. This does not cleanse, and he's not immune to poisons as well. In hard mode, he takes more damage to burn. I'll give a hard mode option momentarily, but again, you can bring more poisons. You can do different things here that actually are like way more open. But this is why he brings decreased accuracy, right? If you bring your own cleanser or block debuffs to get rid of the decreased accuracy so you can bring the decreased attack, it's going to help you a lot. So again, I would look for any cleanser, any block debuff reviver that you can build super beefy. A decrease attack champion is a must. It gets a million times easier. And then when it comes to dealing damage, enemy max HP is just so good in dungeons. It does so much damage for progression players as well. I think the best enemy max HP champion that's accessible is going to be Royal Guard here, man. This guy, or Cold Heart as well. Cold Heart also very, very good option. Where's Royal Guard? Where's my main man here? One of the first epics I pulled on my account. This takedown ability is so good. It can get it done for you. You bring decreased speed. And the reason why I think decreased speed is so good here, it's a quad hitter at random, which means more often than not, you're going to hit everybody, right? But it gets you time to actually control the minions. And make sure that you're getting the turns that you need. Building for speed for this guy, like, it's not going to auto win you the fight because, again, like, he can just nuke you, but it gets you the control and timings that you need to get in there and get some kills. I think Tagoar is also fantastic. Rezzing with a shield or putting the shield up preemptively is an amazing option to mitigate more damage from this guy, especially if he's got decreased attack on him. Tagoar brings the heals, the increased speed to get in rhythm, and the AoE res. He's seriously an amazing option here. Again, where's his Ice Golem rating? Yeah. You have to be careful with enemy max HP, though, because, again, you could trigger those nukes. So your debuffer needs to be really fast. I think Fenax is much better. Again, if you block Revive on the minions, the run is won. Even blocking Revive on just one helps you so much because you just can't let him smack you with 100% ignore defense. There is no way to brute force that unless... The only way that you can brute force it is with one freaking champion, and that is going to be Maneater, man. That's going to be our guy, Maneater. Where is he? Where is he? He is on my team. This Ancient Blood ability on a 5-turn cooldown with unkillable and block debuffs is probably the best support ability into Ice Golem in the entire game. This makes it so damn easy. And now I'm going to take you guys to my team, right? And I'm going to show you how my team is built. This is, granted, a much more end-game build, but the mechanics are the same. These are the roles that you're going to want to have filled if you're trying to build the Ice Golem team, hard or normal. So let's take it to hard 10 here. I'm going to show you guys what we're looking to do. So Calamitous is here for damage and the waves. He's there to make my waves faster. If you can get a wave nuker or an AoE decreased defense champion, a Deacon, for example, that can also bring decreased attack, you will be in amazing shape. Like a debuffer with decreased defense, decreased attack, or increased defense for you would be amazing. That's really the main thing you want. So Calamitous, he's going to deal with these waves for me. I've got Gallius Bloodcrest. Gallius, who is probably the second best mythical in the game in Ice Golem. The only one that's better is Siegfried because he can splash damage, one-shot the boss, speedrun. Chicken can't do that. He can still get it done, though. Mainly because when counterattacking with his A1, the skill is based on his defense and enemy max HP, which is amazing because he sets himself up with what? Unkillable and counterattack. So you can use the boss's mechanic against him with Gallius. Then, obviously, we've got Newt. Very simple. Triple hit enemy max HP. Maneater to use that Ancient Blood skill here for us, making us unkillable with block debuffs. And then a Prince Kymar to reset the cooldown of all of our skills, namely Maneater and Newt, in the boss fight. So I'm going to let this rip and I'm going to show you guys just how to get this done. The waves, super simple. Calamitous is just going to come in and absolutely smack this for me. These will probably take you guys a little bit longer, obviously, but you'll be in earlier stages, so it's a bit easier. But, you know, AoE decreased defense champ, a Deacon Armstrong. I think Deacon would be a great option here. Again, you're getting turn meter control against the boss, so you can sap his turn meter away. He brings decreased defense to the waves, making it much easier for your nukers to come in here and get the damage done that they need to get done. And he's going to be great versus this boss as well. He's going to bring leaks for some extra healing if this guy actually smacks us. You can see what happens. Chicken's going to set up with a counterattack. Newt is going to nuke him. And this is going to make him counterattack, but he doesn't do anything because we're unkillable. This normally would one-shot me. You can see the damage here. And look, Chicken's going to come in. More max HP damage. Look at this damage with both minions alive. 150k, 300k crit. Nobody is surviving that. Nobody. When these minions are up, you cannot live without unkillable. It is impossible. It is actually impossible. But this is why, again, I really do think Maneater is just the best option. Maneater, and Maneater opens this up so much and makes it so much easier, man. And then boom, boss down, minute time, 100% success rate. It's great. I'll run it faster this time around for you guys. And obviously, that's not going to be the option for everybody else. But you can go with the block revive option. You can go with the decrease attack option as progression players. But the principles are still there. That's what matters, guys. The principles are still there. You can probably run a 2 to 4 minute team just overnight if you need to as a progression player. If you bring a reviver that's beefy, you bring decreased attack, and especially on normal, guys, if you keep decreased attack on that boss, man, I mean, it becomes a million times easier, seriously. So bring in that decreased attack, bring in some increased defense and increased speed. Tagoar is an amazing option. He can get it done as well. A Royal Guard, a Cold Heart as accessible options. Really, if you have Fenax, though, you 100,000,000% need to use him on your team. Fenax is so good with some kind of increased attack, maybe ally attacker on the minions. If you use that put-down skill and get, again, Deacon, a great option from my code to get decreased defense on these minions and let your Fenax put them down, it's so much easier on auto. It's so much easier. But, yeah, you guys can see minute time there from me. Ooh, that might be useful, actually. I know. Don't just sell. I mean, speed and res double roll could be useful for me. No, probably not. I actually have a couple already that are like that. So we'll run one last one. This should finish off my Ice Golem for the fusion. But yeah, guys, if you got questions, let me know down below. Just remember those thresholds. And I guess there's one other thing I could talk about. In hard mode, he does take double damage from burns. So if you have Artok, you could run a solo Artok team, but go search up an Artok specific video for that. There's a ton of videos out there showcasing what Artok can do. I found, honestly, that team is not 100%. Even if you build them with the thresholds, the Artok can still get one shot through decreased attack, even if you time it right. It works most of the time. If I'm being blunt with you guys, this is by far the most consistent strategy that I've seen to have a 100% success rate. A reset max HP Maneater team by far has been the most successful for me. And again, the nuke could be a wall master. It could be any max HP champion or some kind of reser that can't get one shot or has like a revive on death mechanic. A Godseeker Aniri team. Godseeker Aniri would be amazing here, man, because she gets the revive on death. Revive on death champions, also amazing here. Amazing, like a Light Sworn, right? Anybody, any insurance that you can get to deal with this guy will go such a long way. In terms of his mechanics. Did that get it done? Let's hope so. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be literally like one off. Look at this. I'm going to be 2200 flat. Oh my, I am one off. You're joking. All right, well, I'll just wait for my energy to replenish. But thank you guys so much for watching. That's the secret to Ice Golem. Some of the best approaches that you can have as both progression players and endgame players to deal with that boss. I hope this helped you better understand some different ways you can tackle him. And best of luck to all you guys right now. Catch y'all later. Hit that sub button if you're new for more help in Raid Shadow Legends. And take care. Much love. Peace out.